And welcome everybody to the Memorial Weekend podcast. I'm your co-host Steve Markin, as always joined by
Charles is here.
Now the freshman year is over. We had to have the girls back. Raven and Holly, how are you girls doing?
Good.
Sound excited. Super stoked to be here.
Yes.
Go do this for my dad again. But Raven's back and Holly, so we're going to catch up a little bit on what they've been doing this past year as their freshman year of high school. A little bit before then, last night we did the live broadcast of
The big all elite wrestling podcast.
4.5 hours of it, a little
Yeah.
long, but you can get some of our takes on that. We are going to talk about AEW a little bit.
We'll
but
post the video.
Yeah, if you want to see more about it, the one video is already live on Facebook, so you can watch that or you can catch it. Now, 9th grade, correct? You're both about done. Are you two excited for the end of the year?
Yes.
Do we pass all of our classes?
Yes.
I know you did, Raven.
Yeah.
Good. That sounded lukewarm.
Are there some classes you didn't care for this year, Raven?
No,
You liked all your classes?
not really. I
Well,
don't like
the
math.
freshman year, you don't get really any electives.
Yeah, you do.
Not barely any. Like
You
next,
get the same every year.
They've
Oh,
changed
they
it.
changed
we're,
it?
We're
Oh,
dinosaurs.
Jesus.
Yes.
Okay.
We used to
What
only have,
electives did you two take?
For second semester, there's art and then health, which is boring.
I took, for first semester,
Health's a requirement, isn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
I took Spanish, and then I took graphic communications. And second semester, I took graphic communications part 2, and then I took art, which I had with Raven.
Oh.
Now,
okay.
graphics communication is also
It's
known
print
as
shop.
print shop.
Yeah, I was
Very
going to
good.
say, I think they changed it, yeah.
And Raven, I hear you really like art, huh?
Who teaches art?
Mr. Hart.
Okay. What do you guys do in art now? Because I think we did like a lot of porcelain stuff when we had it back in the day.
Porcelain?
Ceramics.
Oh, really?
For
I
like
didn't do any of that.
for like the first part, you start with black and white colored pencil drawing, then you do colored pencil, then oil pastel, and then now we're on to painting.
Oh, that's fun. That's cool.
And you guys really like it, and you get to pick what you want to paint and color and draw and all
Yeah.
that stuff. What are some of the projects you picked, Raven?
I did Madonna twice,
Madonna twice.
and then I did Michael Jackson, and then my painting I haven't started yet.
There's so many versions of Michael Jackson. Which version? The white version? The black version? The no nose?
What
with the nose?
generation?
It was like a mix of both, honestly.
Was it the bad cover or?
It was like online.
You got to
found it.
paint him? Painting Michael Jackson?
I didn't paint him.
Oil
I
pastel.
oil pasteled,
That's tough.
Wow.
but I had to draw him first
Okay.
before I started.
That's tough.
And also with Michael Jackson, there's 42 versions of Madonna. So which version of the like a version Madonna, the Vogue Madonna?
I did
The new one with the weird butt implant Madonna?
Yeah, she has a butt implant.
no, my first one, I'm trying to think. That was the 80s, like her probably debut. And then the second one is probably like her second album. I can't remember.
And I know which ones you did.
Yeah.
Holly did James Charles, her icon
You
from
drew
YouTube.
James Charles, the YouTube guy?
Yeah.
It actually looked good.
Yeah, she did a good job.
And then
on it.
I did Ariana Grande, and then I did it was like a colorful background, and I put
Where are those iPod or those AirPods?
and then I put a flower on it, but I hated my oil pastel project.
I didn't see that one. That's the one you didn't bring home. You
I
brought the
hate
other
who you
two.
did for all your projects, but it's a whole
They came
different
out good though, so that's all that matters.
Oh, popcorn, yeah. And Holly said Ravens came out really good too. So two little artists sitting in the room with us. Even though Holly doesn't like to draw any more outside of art class, she used to draw a lot. Now it's like, yeah, whatever, dude. I got my headset on, got my Ariana Grande playing. I got time to draw.
My Grandes.
When you got Grandes, and when you're playing beer pong on your iPhone, you don't have
Cup
time.
pong. Cup
It's beer
pong.
pong is all it is essentially. So Raven, how old are you right now?
15.
Oh, you just turned. When did you turn 15? In January?
Yeah.
Oh, and now Holly, you're going to turn 15 next week, correct?
Yes, on Saturday.
I think I was there when that happened.
6 days away.
Oh, now
Mark
No
your
one
calendars.
cares.
what Holly's going to be experiencing this summer is driver's training, right, Holly?
Yes.
Now, what about
Vroom,
you,
vroom.
Raven? Are you going to take driver's training?
Yeah.
You sound so excited.
Watch
A
the
lot of new
streets.
kids, like a lot of like younger kids, don't take it now anymore. Like they're super slacking about it.
Oh, Holly's dying. Now, are you
I'm
eager to
just
do
saying,
it?
like a majority.
Am I what?
Are you eager to do driver's training?
Yeah.
You don't sound it. I'll be honest with you.
I'm super into it.
But you are ready to take your driver's training and take off
Yeah.
on your mom. Don't know. So, but she'll be 16 before you, so she'll actually get her real license before you. Right?
Well, snap.
Yay.
Pilot into Raven's car.
So now coming to the end of their freshman year, Holly, you played tennis, correct?
Yes.
Now, how did you enjoy it?
I like how you asked your own daughter. You played tennis. I recall tennis with you.
Now, the weird thing about Annapolis, they don't have a home court, so all her games were away.
They don't play it like behind the Richard A. Young Center where all the
No.
tennis stuff is?
No, well, that's all tore up now. I mean,
Oh.
it's there, but it's not kept up and it's destroyed.
Okay.
So, what was your thoughts on your tennis season, and did you enjoy it?
It was fun, and yes, I did enjoy it, and it went really well. Me and my friends had fun times.
I will say you massively improved. When I first went out with
was so
your
mad.
friend Bree, you, and me, and I was throwing the ball, they could barely hit the ball.
I
And
was
this
so
is
mad.
a week before tennis.
So there was progress.
Yeah, and then playing now near the end of the season, she's 100% better. Same thing with Bree. Both of them did. Now, you played in the city tournament? Is that correct?
Yes, we did. It was like with all the school districts that were part of it, and as a whole school, we placed third out of all 6 of them, and then me and my partner for 4 doubles placed second, and then we got a medal.
So that's cool. And you had your now. This is one that's changed since we've been in school. You had a sports banquet, right?
Yes.
Now they don't do it at the Parkway. Remember the part where
Park Place.
Park Place. Yeah. They went. Where did you go for your sports banquet?
We went to the Ford's garage.
Yeah, and they had.
I got pulled pork. It was good.
And
I'm just saying.
And
they
you
had-
have it in a restaurant? Like a rogue restaurant?
Yes.
Yeah, and no parents. It's just the team, and each girl pays for themselves.
Oh.
So the sports banquets have changed a little bit since
Yeah.
we've been in school. Yeah. So there you go. Look at tennis. Now, are you ready for volleyball coming up in August? Have you been practicing? I know.
What extracurricular stuff do you do, Raven?
I do dance outside of school.
Dance. Through where do you do that at?
I do it at the rec center.
Okay.
You like it a lot? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. And then, Holly, you're going to tennis, and now you're getting ready for volleyball?
Yes, but I have to practice. Get back into it.
Say you're rusty? Is that what you-
Gotta get back into it.
Well, the season's the fall, right?
It starts in August.
Okay.
Yeah, it does start in August, and then she'll be out of shape and everything. You have to get back in shape because she'll have 2 months of laying around watching YouTube. Which, spoiler, we're going to have a
great.
YouTube trivia later today. Now, Raven, judging by your shirt, and we all know you, you're a huge Marvel Comics fan, right?
Yeah.
Now, we didn't get to talk to you since Avengers Endgame came out, and we've understood that you were really into that movie. How many times have you seen it now?
Once.
Oh, just once. I was waiting for 3 or 4.
Oh, really?
So what are your thoughts
Movies
on
are expensive.
Yeah, that is true. What is your thoughts on Avengers Endgame?
It was actually good. Better than the last one. But I was sad.
Sad.
Yeah.
Why were you sad?
Because Black Widow died, and she was like my favorite.
Spoiler.
Spoilers.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's
Sorry.
been out for so long. If they haven't seen it, it's their own
Yeah.
Pretty
fault.
much everyone in the world
But
seen it
they'll
except
still
for
yell
Charles.
at you, Pete. I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
going to see it, so.
But it was alright, I guess.
Did you like it better than Infinity War or not as good?
It was a lot better than Infinity War.
Oh, I disagree.
Because it was like
I
3
disagree
hours.
too.
Oh my gosh.
Raven already knows. In art class, we had this great debate over which one was better.
The first one was so much better because the bad guy won. And then the second movie was just undoing everything the bad guy did. But whatever. Now, what are your thoughts on spoilers again? Mr. Stark dying.
That was I wasn't like too shocked. Well, I was more hurt by Black Widow's death than his because
Oh, you really like Black Widow, huh?
yeah, because
That's Scarlett Johansson, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I was
That's exactly how she pronounces it.
Johansson.
Yes.
and I was like I was really hurt by it. So like when his death came up, I just didn't care anymore.
She was spent at that point.
I'm done with this.
I didn't care anymore. I was just watching it.
So now, are you excited for like the next Avengers movie that's going to come out without Black Widow, or you really just kind of lost interest?
I don't know. I'll have to see the trailer.
We all know she's gonna see
She's
it.
gonna
I know
fall
for a
back.
I'm
fact
gonna
she's
see
gonna go
it,
and see
but
it. With her and her dad are gonna go and watch it.
Wow. She's talking tough right now.
She's very bitter over that Black Widow dying.
Yeah.
You're the one Black Widow fan. You know they're making a Black Widow movie. You know that, right?
Yeah, and she was saying that it wasn't true, but I think they are.
Yeah, they've
There's
already,
people like you apparently go check it out. Yeah.
they've already cast 2 or 3 people. The guy from the sheriff from Stranger Things is going to be in it. It's supposed to be a prequel movie. It takes place before Endgame, kind of like how she became the spy and stuff like that. So there you go. A little look at Avengers. Now, you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, with my brother.
Wow. I don't know if that you're the proper age group to watch
Yeah,
Game
wow.
of Thrones.
I don't know. They're targeting a 15-year-old high school kid.
Well, 15-year-olds want to watch it. Adults watch. Now, have you seen it all or just this past
I've seen
season?
every season.
Wow. And Holly, you don't care.
I've seen 0% of it.
Holly
I think
does
you're
not
better
care.
off with it. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Well, the show's over. The big finale was last Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk about it a little bit here. 19 million viewers watched it. It was the biggest HBO
That's
show.
honestly, that was a lower number than I thought would be.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that included some of the pirating and the DVRing, but 19 million initial views. So what is your thoughts on the final season and final episode of Game of Thrones?
It was trash. It wasn't good at all.
Ed Raven is correct again.
Yes,
Right,
kids hit a home run. Everything.
Well,
says.
you brought up the guy who was doing the spoilers, and that guy was spot on. So
Yes.
everything that he did, he definitely knew someone or saw someone who or talked to someone who had gotten the episode before it aired.
Yeah. 3 weeks before the final season aired, there were spoilers released on the internet. And apparently, all these spoilers were dead on right.
Yeah.
And we and Charles last week were talking about it. And it knew Bran was going to be the king and all that.
Even
other
all the way
stuff.
down
Spoilers.
to the council and all that
Yeah,
stuff. too,
it knew everything. So,
Yeah.
which is funny because they say they taped 5 endings, and yet
He knew.
he knew exactly which one it
Yeah.
was. So, I kind of agree with Raven. I don't know if it's full trash.
Here's what I don't understand. Okay.
Okay.
Why are we sending Jon Snow north of the wall when there's no death coming to him
Exactly.
anymore?
Yeah.
That's true.
What is the point of that?
I guess they still need a prison system.
Go
or
up there and
something.
hang out.
Well, and the Unsullied leave. So once the Unsullied left, they go, all right, John, you can come back.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the
Seriously,
point?
the guys that were pissed are gone now.
Yeah, you
So,
come
I
on
don't
back.
know.
Yeah, I mean, it's super fast. Everything happened like that.
And so they've already come out and said that there's not going to be an Arya spinoff. She was the one that I thought was going to get the spinoff
she's
because
flying away in her
the
pirate
Christopher
boat.
Columbus thing she
Yeah.
did at the end. I was like, okay, that leads to further adventures in other lands that they could just blow up the series of.
Yeah.
But they already came out and said that's not the case. So I don't know.
The one prequel, the one show that's already been approved is a prequel that took 2,000 years before this.
And that's okay.
So that's the only thing that's
So
been
you
approved
could
so
have
far.
like setting up lineages and all that kind of
It'll
stuff.
be interesting to see without George R.R. Martin's writing how good the new series will be, if it's going to be even close.
So you think that it was his writing that established that series? Yeah.
They
You
had
think
an outline. They knew what to do, and then once they passed the books,
They
you
ran
could
out of
even
his
see it.
material.
You could probably see it too, but I don't know how far you. Right after about season 5, you could see the writing and the dialogue going down, and everyone's traveling faster, things are moving faster.
Yeah.
I think it's season 6. Sorry, 6.
It
and
was like
7.
washed for TV. Is
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying?
yeah. And that's the problem with those guys that run that show. They're now taking over Star Wars.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are very nervous about that. Now, Raven, did you see the Starbucks cup that was left in the one
Yeah, I
episode?
did see that.
Oh, and the water bottle that was left in
Yeah.
the finale. I didn't see it
Yeah.
in live air, but the internet.
After the
posted it,
fact,
so-
obviously. But yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't catch it in the minute.
And Holly, your thoughts?
All I know is Joe Jonas's wife is in that show.
Oh my god.
Sansa.
And her whole thing, like, I thought it was funny because someone brought up, why is Brienne still in King's Landing? Her whole thing of the series was to protect Sansa.
Yeah.
Yet Sansa goes north and she's back there arguing with Tyrion about funding brothels.
And
I
how
don't
come
understand.
how come Winterfell is the only one that can claim independence? It's like
Yeah, I
all of a
mean-
sudden Texas goes, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I'm not
peace
part of the
out
United
because
States
of what
anymore.
we did for you.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, you didn't do
Yeah.
anything without the chick with the dragon. So what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Game of Thrones is over. A lot of people didn't like it. The ending, the last season in total. Bran, really? Bran is the king? That's... Wow, okay. I guess. It just
I
seems
think
so
they
weird.
did that purely so that they could do spin-offs. They went to the storytelling thing, like leaning on his ability to tell stories, so that in theory, all you need to tell stuff in this universe is Bran. Does that make sense? So you could do anything within the Game of Thrones universe with the one dude, and you could just have him tell stories of the kingdom.
Now, another question that comes up for you guys. So, Jon Snow, spoilers, kills Daenerys, right? No one's in the throne room, right? The dragon comes down, burns the throne, takes Daenerys' body, and leaves. So, how did they know he killed her? Did he tell on himself? He had to have told on himself, right?
I don't know. I don't care enough to really look.
But that's got to be the solution, right? He's got to be. Listen, I just killed the queen. He's so righteous that he told on himself for murdering because the dragon took the body and it was gone. No one's ever going to see her again. And even if it came,
couldn't
back,
he just lied?
Yeah,
the
could
dragon
he just said
turned
her and the dragon left, and they may or may not come back. But
I think they were all.
He told on himself.
We're overanalyzing something that just wasn't that good, is what it boils down to.
Yeah.
You want it to be more than what it was.
Yeah, it really was. So there you go. Game of Thrones. Apparently, Raven, 15 years old, watched all the episodes.
Yeah, wow.
Did you at least cover your eyes on some of the bad parts?
Yeah.
No, you liar. you and your brother just watch it.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. So Game of Thrones, Avengers Endgame, and I still think Infinity War was better. Right now, Raven's gonna tell us a little later about something in a review. But right now, we got a taste test, and these are at Walmart, and these are a little sweet. I assume these are churro snack packs for $1.49.
They're Raymundo's mini churro dippers.
You never know when you're gonna have a Raymundo churro dipper.
And again, a churro's delicious. Just so
Yeah,
we're all.
so these are refrigerated.
Ew.
They are.
No, the chocolate's thick.
Oh, it's like icing.
It's very fudgy.
Let me try.
Window.
Let's see. Now $1.49 at Walmart.
Just crunch right into it. That's what we do. We chew into it. We do everything. That's a delicious churro.
I have to admit, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty damn
I'm
good.
having diabetes. I can't eat more of it, but you know.
I'm gonna keep working on these. Yeah, this is really good.
Well, we couldn't really drink liquor with the girls coming over, on the podcast.
They taste like cinnamon toast crunch that you're coating in. Like,
No.
you remember?
I don't really like the chocolate. I thought I'd like the chocolate more than this, but I like the churro.
Did you ever have
more than the
Dunkaroos back in the day? Or Dunkaroos before your time?
I remember those.
Yeah, it's that same type of chocolate that Dunkaroos had.
Yeah, weren't they like little graham cracker cookies?
Yeah,
and you dunk
Yeah.
them in the chocolate.
Yeah. I guess Teddy Grahams has an equivalent now. These are really good.
Yeah.
And Raven, what are your thoughts on the churro snack pack?
They're all right.
How dare you?
Oh,
I have an affinity.
She's not a churro fan.
What do you
I
got?
like the churro, but not the chocolate.
Yeah, the
Just
chocolate.
the churro straight
The
up?
I like
chocolate
just the
ruined it for
churro.
me.
No, I like that extra diabetes. You get that chocolate.
I think for $1.49, they're actually that's a good deal. They're
Huh?
Holly is about ready to puke up pizza. She ate like 3 slices
I
of
ate
Shield.
way too much. I almost
That's
ate
really
four.
good. Yeah, I have an affinity towards cinnamon twists from Taco Bell. I have for years. I just love them. I think it's part of like from being a kid and stuff like that. And when they came out, when the original Batman movie came out, I just love cinnamon twists and like this whole type of thing. Kind of tastes like a cinnamon twist, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good.
So thumbs up from Steve, Holly, and Charles. Except Holly didn't like the chocolate, and Raven kind of lukewarm on it, huh? She's not enthused by that at all.
She's incorrect. This is delicious.
The churro part is good.
All right.
I
So-
could eat that all day.
Now we know what to get Charles for Christmas.
That's a damn tasty snack.
One of our better taste tests. I mean, it's better than jalapeno M&Ms.
So I give Raymundo's churro snacks a huge thumbs up.
I don't know who Raymundo is, but he has a hell of a churro snack pack. All right, now we're gonna go into some reviews of some movies, and I don't know if Raven would have seen this one. I did. I know Holly didn't sit through it. The Upside. This was with Bryan Cranston.
I wanted to see this.
And Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I like this movie a lot. I did.
He
It
was the whole backstory is he's a paralyzed billionaire who needed new help.
Yes,
And Kevin Hart was an down on your luck guy who's like, I'm just going to throw
He
it.
was ex-con. And
Yeah.
the only reason he took the interview is because his parole officer needed
Had to do
have
that
three.
time, yeah.
And then Bryan Cranston hired him despite one of the girls that working for him.
Turned out they really enjoyed it. Is it based on some kind of true story or anything like that?
It doesn't say it in the movie, but at the very end, there's a caption that says the two are still friends to this day. So I'm assuming it's kind of based somewhat on some kind of a true story. I really liked it because Kevin Hart wasn't the over-the-top annoying
Didn't try
self.
so hard.
He was a normal guy.
He can
through
do
this.
that sometimes. You're like, dude, it's okay. Let the movie
pump the
breathe a little
brakes.
bit.
And he really did in this. It reminded me a lot of, you ever see the movie 50-50 with Seth Rogen and Gordon Love Hewitt or whatever that guy's name is?
Joseph
Gordon Love Levitt. I'm totally wrong on that.
No, I haven't seen it, though.
Oh, okay. But it's kind of the same kind of buddies going through something bad. Drama.
Okay.
I like the movie a lot. Did anyone else see it besides me? Did you know? You guys know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen it.
He was
highly
like
recommend it.
smashing the stuff in that room at the one point.
Yeah. It's mostly dramatic, but there are a couple laughs in it. And Kevin Hart has to take a catheter out of Brian Cage.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty funny. And like I said, it was a much toned down Kevin Hart, and not the I'm short and crazy. So it was much better. I liked it a lot. So I would recommend it to anybody if they get a chance. It's out on Blu-ray is what I saw it on. And watch that. Now, this next one, Holly, you're going to tell us about it. We saw this one together. This is How to Train the Dragon: The Hidden World. And what are your thoughts on that movie?
Hold on, this is the third one of the trilogy.
One of the trilogy.
Right?
Supposedly the last one.
It's got who plays the weird
Jay Burchell.
Yeah,
and then the girl
The girl is from Superstore.
Amy from Superstore plays his girlfriend. We never realized it. We've seen 3 movies.
We looked it up.
We looked
America
it up.
Ferrera. Is
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like
Gerard Butler played his dad. Sorry.
it was all right. Like, it wasn't the best. I didn't even remember the first two, honestly, when we were watching it. Because I was, like, questioning things, and then he would have to answer. He'd be like, you don't remember?
Yeah, she forgot.
Steve's way into the lineage of How to Train a Dragon.
But, like,
I don't know about
for
that.
some reason, I couldn't remember the first two. But I thought it was all right. You could tell what was going to happen. There was a little too much going on between the two dragons. Like, it was
So
just
you were
so that-
waiting for a plot twist in a How to Train a Dragon movie?
And it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It was a little too by the numbers for Holly. You're like,
Now,
what?
some kid at her school tricked her and said it had a sad ending. Who was the kid that tricked you? That said it was sad. Why are you looking confused?
Oh, the kid in my art class. He said he thought both people died. But he...
in a
Spoilers.
kids movie? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he was like, well, both of them died. And I was like, oh. Well, I wouldn't expect
Yeah,
that.
they're at like a big wedding and there's a couple pregnant chicks.
Yeah, they stab him just like that. Yeah, none of that happened. It was a typical kind of family. Raven, have you seen any of the Dragon movies?
I haven't seen any of them.
No.
I'm with
desire?
Raven. I haven't seen one of them. I mean, I should watch them with Lorna.
Laura would probably like him. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not bad.
I like the first one the best. I don't remember much of it, but I remember when I watched it then, I liked it.
Glowing review.
I don't
Really
really,
stuck with
I don't
Holly.
remember what happened in the first and second
When it
one.
comes to DreamWorks, I like the Kung Fu Panda series a little better than the Dragon one.
Yes.
And
But the Kung Fu Panda one, you're talking about like a movie that becomes by numbers. Like the later Kung Fu Panda movies are all the same.
Oh yeah, well this is too.
Yeah.
DreamWorks kind of does that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's any animated series. We were
Isn't
watching.
Shrek DreamWorks?
Yeah,
Shrek is the best DreamWorks series.
I'm totally with Raven. Yes.
All of them.
Shrek is hilarious.
Yeah, but they beat the horse to one. Did they make 5 of them or something? They should have stopped at
I don't
3.
know.
They're making the new one.
And they're
this
making
year.
another
This
one.
The funny part is with like the adult humor that's in them is really funny.
Yeah. So there you go. That is How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World.
It sounds like you guys are kind of lukewarm on it.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, Holly, would you go out and rent it, or would you wait for cable?
Cable.
Yeah, I'd catch it one afternoon.
Yeah.
So. Now, continuing with the very mediocre reviews, comes Sonic Team Racing.
Dude, this...
We
So
rented
this is a console release,
Yes,
correct?
this
This
is
is not
Xbox
an iPhone.
One.
Okay.
This is Xbox One, PS4, and I think the Switch.
We talked about this the other day about like I don't know if they have enough people in that universe to flesh that out.
They found some.
Some of them were reach too. It sounds
Yeah,
like
some are-
It's
I don't
Knuckles,
Tails.
Sonic,
The two girls.
Mr. Eggman. Then
Two
there's 2
girl
girls.
Dr. Robotnik's in there.
Yeah. Well, he's called Eggman.
There's
and
a
some
gator.
Robotnik. There's a big alligator. I don't know who he is, but he's a
There's
big
some
alligator.
other random robot. And there's
Yeah.
like
And is
this-
it basically just a Mario Kart clone?
Yeah.
Totally.
It doesn't even try to do anything different.
It's the
It-
exact same.
The team part's a little different. So you pick, like, even if you're playing by yourself, you get 2 teammates with you.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're racing, if your teammate's ahead of you, you can draft behind him. Like there's this yellow line.
okay.
Or you can give him a power up, or he can give you a power up.
So
that's
the
only
one tweak to it.
Everything else-
So like how Sonic and Tails work together in the game, they brought that to the race.
Yeah, but it's
Yes.
annoying because your partners could drag you down. You could be in first, but then they can finish like at the end.
Yeah, 'cause
so
it-
your team ranks lower.
it's
than
an
first.
overall
Yeah, so
thing.
you finish
Gotcha.
first. The other 3 members of the other team finish, and then your partners, you lose.
How's it look? Is it pretty?
Hey, it's colorful, right? The only thing weird.
Does Sonic have creepy teeth?
No, he doesn't.
No.
He does not look like the movie Sonic.
Yeah.
The only thing weird is when you pick your characters, there's a big lag in it.
Yeah.
You're on a character, and it's still showing the character you picked up here. Like, it's weird. I don't know why there's lag.
It's not very snappy.
No.
Moral of the story: Mario Kart way better.
Yeah, but if you
Just
don't
go
have
with Mario.
if you don't have a Nintendo Switch,
Yeah,
And
that's true.
You want some Mario Kart
If your kid got an
action.
Xbox for Minecraft or something like that, yeah.
It's not a bad. Now there's another one coming. Crash Bandicoot Racing's coming next.
Jeez.
Same thing. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be just Mario.
It's gonna
Kart
be
Crash.
Hihachi and like like Crash.
Yeah. So Mario or Sonic Team Racing, Holly. What do you think? You thumbs up, thumbs down?
Oh,
No. Just rent it. Don't buy
Mario Kart all the time for Holly.
Yeah.
Have you played any of the racing game, Mario Kart or Sonic?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm going back for another churro.
Do you have a system?
Holly needs a
I
churro
don't. My brother
timeout.
has the systems.
Which ones he have? All of them? Or?
He has the PS4, the
On
Xbox One,
Facebook.
and the Switch.
If you can
wow,
watch
he's got
Holly
them all.
creepily eat a churro.
So Sonic Team Racing, not the best.
Get right on that mic and crunch into that mic. Do some ASMR.
We're not an
Do it.
ASMR channel.
Do it.
Do it up.
It's very churro-y.
So now this next one, Charles, you want to take over on this one?
Yeah, so I was talking to you guys kind of before the podcast or whatever. I'm a huge MythBusters fan. I love Adam Savage, Jamie Hyneman, the show that was on Netflix where they went through and they disproved stuff. And so I actually read the book. That show got canceled after 14 seasons. They moved on or whatever you want to call it. And Adam Savage, one of the hosts of the show, wrote a book called Every Tool's a Hammer. And what's neat about the book, so and this will wrap into an Audible thing again, which Steve and Holly were talking with me before. I actually did the audiobook version of it where it's Adam Savage reading the book and all that kind of stuff, and I'll talk about Audible here in a second. But the book's really cool. So what it does is it talks about, so he's a big maker guy. He goes to Comic-Con, to Raven tie-in and all that kind of stuff, and he dresses incognito. So he'll make like a huge suit that like looks like something that literally came out of a movie, because he did like effects for movies before the Mythbusters, and he just walks around Comic-Con like in these. And what he does is he talks about how he makes the costumes in like his organizational ways, like how he's a maker by trade, and then he also kind of ties in like how in his life that he came to work that way. It's a really neat book that way. So what it does is he talks about constructing a list on a project, starting with the hardest thing, working your way to the easiest thing. And he talks about how he worked at Industrial Light and Magic on the first episode 1, and he worked with a guy who taught him that process. And like that's how, so it's really a neat book because it not only is it giving you how he works, but he's talking to you how he came to it. It's really a cool book. I'm super into it. And the point was, I listened to the book on Audible, and now Audible is kind of a bummer for me. And Holly and I talked about it because she said her YouTubers are all sponsored by Audible, and if
David
they want
Dobrik is.
if they want to
Audible
sponsor,
does sponsor quite a bit of
and if
stuff.
they want to sponsor the podcast, please reach out to Steve. I'm all for that. But I'm about to slam the service here in a second.
Someone tells me they're not going to reach out.
Yeah, crunch into that mic. Do it. So for $15 a month, you get 1 credit towards 1 audiobook.
Sorry.
And Holly's just crunching away. She loves the churros. They're good. They're delicious. But so what I was kind of bummed about, I thought it was going to be like an Apple Music thing where
Wait,
like
you pay $15 a month and you only get 1 book?
1 book.
And that only, how long does a book take for someone to read it to you?
So
3, 4
so
hours?
it depends on the length of the book. But the Adam Savage book, for example, is just under 8 hours, and I'm probably 2/3, almost 3/4 of the way through the book, just by listening in the car. I kind of supplement podcasts into like the book, and the audiobook stuff is really great because, like you said, you can kind of multitask. I can put that on and check websites and do whatever, and then have Adam Savage kind of reading his book to me. It's really kind of great, but the Audible service that Amazon bought, they bought them when they were a standalone thing, and Amazon took them under. I don't know, man. I don't think the value's really there. So for $15 a month, you can get 1 book. I thought it was like you had
unlimited as many.
yeah, like or like 1 book out at a time.
So
like
you did buy it though for the 1 month?
Well, it's free for 30 days, so and your YouTube people will tell you that. If you want a free subscription, they're so the first month I haven't paid anything, but I don't think I'm going to re-up it because and like I was talking to you guys beforehand, I think you can go to your local library and get most audiobooks. Like we live in Dearborn.
Where they
Dear-
give it to you? A cassette tape, though?
I think it's CDs, like legit style, and that's fine because I'll just rip it and put it into MP3s. But I don't know. I don't recommend the Audible service because it just
Pricing's off.
Yeah, it seems okay. I understand like first run books. Like you can get. I was kind of interested in the Michelle Obama book, Becoming, because Obama's the best president we've ever had. I don't care who you are out there. But anyway, and I wanted to read her or listen to her book, and I was kind of and I was gonna kind of pick that one up too, and it was like $22, and I'm like, well, wait, I got a subscription. It was $22 because you're a member. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, and then you kind of dig deeper. So. Huge thumbs up for Every Tool's a Hammer by Adam Savage. I think it's a great book if you want to know about how to organize working and stuff like that. It's really cool. And then like also if you have any kind of Mythbuster stuff. But the Audible service, I'm kind of a thumbs down on. I don't dig it as much as I thought I was going to.
I have one question about Audible. Do you get to pick the voice that reads to you? Could you like pick Mr. T to read a book to you?
No. That's the whole thing. So each
sucks.
book is then narrated by whoever they chose. So like Adam Savage chose to narrate his own book. But like you can get some books, like the Arnold book, for example, is narrated by Arnold and someone else. So
I
there's
want only Arnold. To
yeah.
be hilarious.
So I don't know. Yeah, it's.
Then we got to the
Don't they
chopper.
have, do they have other apps like that though?
I looked
think
around because I wanted to kind of peep around. So, and Heather touched on something. She said that a lot of her students, a lot of the books that she requires them to read, they go online and on YouTube. People are just reading like these like literature books
Yeah.
for free on YouTube.
That's what we did in class for ours. We would listen to it off of YouTube.
Great. So that's American education. I think that was a workaround that your teacher obviously did. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of audiobooks so far because, like I said, I don't have to sit down and shut the whole world off to read something. I can kind of multitask with it, which has kind of been my issue with books. And that's why I probably don't read as much because I definitely like to consume information. I just can't dedicate 4 hours a night to like, excuse me, I'm going to go disappear and just read this novel while the whole world... I can't do that.
Plus, I fall asleep. Anytime I read, I make about a chapter and I pass out.
Yeah, wow.
Unless it's a comic book.
It depends, like, because you
tons of comics.
I think it depends on the content, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, you ripped through the Baba Booey book and the Artie Lang book, too, really
it's gotta
fast.
be something like Adam Carolla, too.
Yeah, see, there's certain books that'll hit and you're like, oh, man, I gotta chew it up. But
when you're in high school and you gotta read To Kill a Mockingbird or whatever, it's such a torture.
Dude,
Every page feels like...
And
We
you
never
wonder-
did Romeo and Juliet. It was terrible.
yeah.
It is not
It was
terrible.
terrible.
Oh, right.
Terrible.
Do you read a lot, Raven?
Not at all.
Not at all, but you're not anti
about-
Romeo and Juliet.
Edgar Allan Poe. Shouldn't you read that?
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, quote the Raven or something. Yeah. I
Bad
don't know.
joke.
But anyway, Steve's working on it over there.
Damn.
But yeah, so again, back to the point. I don't recommend Audible, but if they want to sponsor the podcast, reach out to Steve. We'll take your business because we're whores, but that's a whole other conversation.
So before we go into last night's wrestling, Raven, you got for your birthday, is this correct, an Apple Watch? Mm-hmm. And show the camera. Is that it right
What
there?
series is it, or what
This is
version?
the 3.
The 3. So that's the new hotness, right?
This is the new one's the 4. My mom has that one, but I got the 3.
Okay.
And where did you get the Apple Watch from?
T-Mobile.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Wrap that in. Give me that payment plan.
So now, what is the point of the watch? Let me ask that.
It's like, well, the guy said, like, say if you like leave your phone at home, or if your phone dies, the Apple Watch, it doesn't die fast. So mine, I charged it this morning, and it's still at 100%. So
I'm pretty sure you can answer notifications and all that kind of
yeah,
stuff to it.
like
yeah.
if I have a text in class, you can't be on your phone.
Yeah.
but
She can do a quick and dirty answer
Yeah.
on the watch.
Oh.
It's
Now,
the
can
closest
you-
thing to the Dick Tracy thing that.
Can you take a phone call on your watch?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, it's
Now, but do you have to have your real phone close to you for it to work?
You
Like,
don't say if you can leave your phone at home and somebody calls you can answer on here.
Oh, even if your phone's at home.
Yeah.
See, that's what I always thought. You had to have your phone within like 300 feet of you.
I didn't know that was a thing. How does it work? Does it have its own separate plan from your phone?
I'm not sure, but I
Magic.
know I
didn't know that was a thing.
You can have say if you download I have the Uber app on my phone, but I don't use it. So if I had an Uber account and my phone died, I could still be able to call my Uber or get messages from
How does
them.
it get service? I wonder. Is it just Wi-Fi?
I think it's it might be
you have
connected
to
to
pay
your
for
phone.
it monthly.
But yeah,
Oh, you pay for an Apple Watch monthly?
I'm not sure because
Oh my God, Raven's parents! Congratulations.
I know.
but
Her mom's going broke right now.
Yeah.
Got to pay for the kid's phone, the kid's watch.
Jeez.
but if you have like Instagram or Twitter and like you can get notifications from that on
Yeah, like your
phone.
push notification. Because like my Fitbit, the Charge 3 I was talking about, gets the push notifications, but I can get like rudimentary responses. Whereas like the Apple Watch, you can literally type out and do everything you could on the phone. So
Now, do you feel that the Apple Watch is worth the money? Do you
Yeah.
really like it?
Yeah.
or do you feel the Apple Watch is worth your parents' money?
My mom was kind of like, well, why did I get it in the first place? But I had to tell her again and again why it's actually good. And why
You
it
had to
works.
justify her purchase.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's mom, it's cool. Trust me, it's cool.
Now, did she pay out? If I may ask, did she buy it outright, or did she make payments through T-Mobile?
I'm not sure. I know
How to be
it was
a kid
like
and
it was
just
a
have no
it was a
clue.
sale and it was like
Holly just thinks money just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I
it's so
think-
good.
the watches are 500, so
Jesus.
they took 200 off of
Wow.
the second one.
Now you can get different wristbands and stuff for it if you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Does it have like a Fitbit / life tracker inside it? Like if you want.
It has the health thing, so it tells you like, say if you have a heart condition, like a lady at the store came up to us and my mom asked a question, and she has a heart disease, and it like when she's sleeping, there's something called medical ID on your phone and on the watch. So say if something was to happen and your something went wrong, it would notify your doctor and like.
So it's like a life alert type thing.
Yeah, kind of. And it does track your steps, and you can do workouts on here, and email and all that stuff.
So just looking it up, the 4 is about $390. The 2 or the 3 that she's looking at is just right around that $250 range.
Oh, okay.
Pretty crazy.
And so you highly recommend it? Mm-hmm. What if?
I highly recommend if Raven's parents want to buy me one.
Now, will it work with like an Android phone if you don't have an Apple phone?
That's a good question.
I'm not sure. I think you have to download the app on your
The phone.
the phone actually, because what happened was he had to turn on my phone and then connect this to the phone. So I'm not sure how that works.
They're like tethered together somehow. Crazy.
So you're the first person we know with an iPhone. You know what I'd like to do though? Maybe in the future, live with it for about 8-9 months. Come back, we'll look at your wrist, see if you're still wearing it first time, and if it's still as cool. Because you know you're in the cool, it's brand new phase right now. So
Yeah.
How
I'd
useful it actually is.
Yeah, like in 9 months, be like, this thing doesn't connect half the time. I bang it on everything. So we'll get a future review on that too after you wear it in some. That'd be good to see. So girls, you can zone out a little bit. We're just going to do a little bit of sports here. So last night we're not going to go dwell on it too much, but AEW made its debut pay-per-view. Holly's chomping down on those churros.
I don't want to hear cry. You love that churro.
And Double or Nothing, live from Las Vegas. Which casino was it?
It was the MGM Grand Garden Arena that they actually. There's a lot of UFC events.
They sold out about a little less than 20,000
Yeah, we
people.
figured somewhere in that area.
Yeah. Now, we watched it online with Bleacher Report.
Yeah,
That's
Bleacher
kinda
Report's actually where we picked the stream up and then we used their website to actually watch it. And the stream was pretty solid. I had no issues. I mean, I think it ran really good. We were able to flip it over to BV on Skype and everything like that. It worked out great.
weird. Yeah. I enjoyed the pay-per-view for the most part. There are some tweaks they need to make, and, it's the first one. I will say this. I remember watching the first couple episodes of TNA back in the day with Jeff Jarrett and all them, and thinking, I don't want to watch this again. So, as I very seldom watch TNA. This, I say, well, if it's on TNT, I would watch it. I don't know if I'm going to run out and pay $60 for another pay-per-view, but it was entertaining, and I had to say, with some time and money, they may be able to compete with the WWE.
I thought the
What do you
product
think?
was pretty good. I really did.
Yeah.
All joking, I think that it was more akin to the stuff I wanted to see based on older style wrestling. Not older, but like that late 90s type wrestling. They didn't, it's not as I mean, especially when that Dustin Rhodes guy got cut or took the blade to his face. He bled like a pig. I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah,
so
blood everywhere.
they were dropping F-bombs and kind of, going
Giving
for
the
that
finger.
shock value that the WWE doesn't have. And then we talked about it on the stream. the video production of it's 10 times better for me than the WWE is right now. It's just a straight shot. It's nothing with that impact camera and all that kind of stuff. But I'm with you. I think that the replay stuff was weird. I think that they had some production issues that you would assume, over time. I don't want to hold a first attempt at like a true pay-per-view, but I thought the product was pretty good.
Now, I got a question for you too, though. But Holly and Raven, the boys in your class and in high school, do any of them care about wrestling at this point, or do you think there's wrestling fans, or no?
A lot of people do wrestling at the school. That's the most popular sport, but they don't talk about it.
Yeah, I feel like
you're talking about
you
like
guys
pro
are watching.
wrestling. I'm talking about like Hulk Hogan-y type wrestling as well.
No, they don't talk about it.
Yeah,
I feel like there's very few, and then the few that do like it, they wouldn't tell anyone because they wouldn't.
So
want
you're
to
saying
get,
like in middle school and elementary, it was bigger.
Yeah.
Now once you hit high school, the people that are still fans of it just keep it kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So you don't see the John Cena backpacks anymore, is what you're saying?
No.
I gotta go get rid of my backpack.
Yeah, Charles, you gotta get rid of your John Cena if you can see it. So the upcoming events for AEW, is this AEW you wrote down here?
Yeah.
They really spelled fighter that way?
Yes.
FYTER.
They're going, and again, there was a weird social media push that was happening, and Steve coined a phrase calling it Dane cooking it. Yeah. They're tying in like the weird fire festival thing with it. That's what. So yeah. So this fighter, whatever, what's it called? Fighter Fest. Yeah, they're spelling it with a Y to tie into the Fire Festival in some weird way.
And even tie into a festival
because it was all social media based.
Oh, okay.
So I think that they're trying to be new and edgy in a weird. So like they're trying to do Attitude Era wrestling with modern day trap. It's weird. Like it's kind of a weird.
Now is this a pay per view at June 29th?
Yes,
another $60.
I believe so.
And then Fight for the Fallen, July 13th.
Which was the only one they were pimping yesterday. I question, did they just make up the one in the middle?
Yeah, it seems awful close. It's only 2 weeks between pay-per-views.
Yeah, I don't know. I just Googled this before the show.
And then there's another one coming in August that JR was talking about. So 3 AEW pay-per-views this summer.
Basically monthly. Yeah,
$60 a pop. No.
Yeah.
I'll wait for the TNT show in the fall. So the AEW, there you go. If you want to hear more about it, we do have a 4.5-hour live stream from yesterday.
we commented the whole
where you get
thing.
to learn about pizza salad.
Yeah, BDV's our research analyst.
Yes, and if the Page guy is related to Diamond Dallas Page. So there you go. Now back to the playoffs. Either one of you girls watch any hockey or basketball? Holly, I know you don't. Hey, Raven, do you like hockey or basketball?
Yeah.
Which
I
one?
like both, kind of.
Oh. So these are the finals right here. Toronto just last night wrapped up. Beating Milwaukee. BV gave us updates during our live cast last night. First, we'll go with the Stanley Cup. Old school, Boston versus St. Louis. Charles, who do you like?
Yeah, I would say the Blues just because they haven't been there since the 70s. I think it's a good story. You know what I mean?
So like Boston's going to murder them.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I think that your heart wants to see someone who hasn't had it in a long time, but reality being Boston will probably win, but I'll root for St. Louis.
And Raven, who do you like out of Boston and St. Louis Blues?
St. Louis, because I hate Boston so much.
Well,
I just hate the Patriots. And Holly, let's hear your analyst.
I'm going to go with Boston.
Boston,
Yeah.
Gabe will
based
be
on
happy.
what? What's your insight?
Based on, that's the first one right there.
So most likely Boston's going to win, but we all hope for St. Louis because it's been so long for them, but it probably ain't going to happen. Now the Golden State Warriors, they're going to take on the
Toronto Raptors.
The Kawhi Leonards and 4 other guys. Toronto Raptors.
His New Balance.
Does anyone want to lay money on the Toronto Raptors? Anyone?
I want Toronto to win. I don't think they will. It's just like the St. Louis over Boston.
Now,
thing.
is this going to be a sweep, or you think maybe Toronto can squeak out a couple games?
Is Kevin Durant healthy? What's the story on Kevin Durant?
He probably missed the first game.
Okay, so I think that Toronto can win that first game then. So I think that when KD comes back, it's over. So
man.
Yeah.
The only thing I want for it to happen, if there's a game in Toronto, I want someone to dive out of bounds and just take Drake right because he is annoying in every highlight.
He's obnoxious.
And Raven, do you have a pick in this one of Golden State and Toronto?
Golden State.
Yeah, you don't think Toronto stands a chance either?
Not at all.
Pretty much. And Holly?
I like that they're raptors because, dinosaurs, that's fun. But everyone else...
Because, dinosaurs.
But everyone else picked the other one. No, I'll just go with the raptors anyways.
You should be on NBA tonight because you're
I'm gonna
You
go
gotta
with
raise
the raptors.
Shaq to the screen.
Shawn Mendes is from Toronto, so we're
Okay,
gonna go with that.
back to those AirPods.
Don't
Put those
say
AirPods.
So a little look at the finals. We'll cover this a little more when the girls are here because they really don't care. But now here's a big one. This is summer movie previews. Now I'm gonna give you some. We're no rapid fire this week. We're going over a lot of summer movies, so you girls can say you want to see it, don't want to see it, or give your little opinion on whichever you want about any movie up there. We're gonna start in
when
May.
does the summer season technically start? Like
It
this
really
week,
started
pretty much.
Well, yeah, you could say whenever Avengers comes out.
Yeah.
Whenever the big Marvel movie hits,
Yeah.
which was end of April. So the only thing we missed on this list is Avengers, John Wick 3, and I can't think of any other big movie. Now, there's probably another one in there somewhere, but anyone else think of a big movie that won't be on the list that came out in May? I don't think that's...
Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel, yeah, that's early April, so that's a
Okay,
little...
let's go by that.
Anyways,
Yeah.
So Aladdin came out this weekend.
This is the live action Aladdin.
My wife Michelle, Holly's mother Michelle, saw Aladdin and was very lukewarm on this. She liked Will Smith, and that was about it. She said most of the actors were terrible. Will Smith was kind of entertaining, but everything else was just kind of blah, and the music was pretty good, is what she said. But wouldn't buy it or go back and see it again. Very lukewarm. So Aladdin, the first big summer hit this week, did make a lot of money because we're Disney.
It said $100 million.
Yeah, so it's going to make buku bucks regardless if we like it or not. I will wait for Blu-ray. I'm not too excited to see it. Holly, what are your thoughts on Aladdin?
Meh.
You guys didn't go, so I would
Yeah,
assume, yeah.
I wasn't. It'd be like a rental.
And Raven, what are your thoughts?
I would say yeah, I'd go see it.
You want to see Aladdin and Charles?
I'm a no.
No
I
on
did
Aladdin.
not. It looked creepy to see Will Smith all blue. No.
This next one is Booksmart. This every summer there's a comedy that comes out that sneaks in and it makes a lot of money because it's really funny. This is like a female version of Superbad.
Yep.
It's two young girls fresh into high school,
Olivia
into college.
Wilde has
Olivia Wilde.
yeah.
It looks funny. I do want to see it. I don't know if I'm going to rush out to the theater and see it, but I am interested to see it. Holly, what are your thoughts on Booksmart? Do you even
I
know
saw
what
the preview. And I thought it was a Netflix movie, though.
No,
When
it's
I
coming-
first saw it, that's
yeah.
what I thought it was.
There's like
but,
a Hulu show that's kind of very similar to
yeah.
it.
When I first saw the preview for it, I thought it was going to be a Netflix movie, but then at the end it said go see it in theaters. I was like, oh, I don't think it looks bad.
It looks entertaining, but you probably wouldn't rush to the theater and see it?
No, I'd once again wait to see it at home.
And Raven?
Yeah, I'd go see it.
Raven's going to see everything.
Yeah, she don't care.
And Charles? what do you think?
I think it looks really funny. I don't know, like you said, if I'll go out to the theater and see it because I don't do too many movies at the theater. But yeah, I think it looks really good.
And that, I do believe, comes out next weekend. But it's going up against what I'm going to be first in line with my daughter. Godzilla, King of Monsters. Giant lizard stomping cities. I am down. I don't care. I hope he stomps that girl from Stranger Things. That'd be the greatest. Please stomp 11.
No.
That would be my one request.
No.
I'm definitely a yes. Opening weekend, I will be there. Holly, your
I'm a yes
thoughts?
as well. I'm going with
Yeah,
him.
she's
We're
my
going
monster
to go
friend.
eat popcorn.
Raven, do you like giant lizards?
No, but my dad, he wants to go see it.
So you're gonna go with your dad regardless?
Yeah.
Free trip to the movies.
Don't listen to Steve. It's a no, people.
No, it's a
Don't-
yes.
No.
Oh, did you see the first Godzilla?
No.
Oh,
I saw the
that's
one
so-
with Puff Daddy song in it. That's all I know. No.
That was the worst one.
You're missing
And Matthew
out.
Broderick. This next one's a smaller movie. It's called Ma. It's Olivia Spencer, I think her name is.
Octavia
Spencer, I'm sorry. She's like this older woman that likes to party with high school kids, and then I guess she starts murdering them. It's kind of turns psycho. It's a horror movie. They always sneak one little horror movie, or actually a couple this summer. I'm a no. Doesn't look good to me. Holly?
I'm a no. Don't even know. I never heard of it.
No?
You're more what?
Raven, have you heard of this?
Yeah, but I don't want to go see it because it's giving me Us vibes, and that movie messed me up. I don't want to go.
It messed you up.
Yeah,
Why is that?
the movie Us.
Yeah, I didn't see that. How was it?
It was so scary. It was just too much. I don't want to go see it.
So you're not a horror movie.
Wow.
And Charles?
I'm a what and probably a no because the horror movies
Yeah.
are terrible.
And then finishing out the summer movie in May is Rocket Man with
This
the guy
looks great. Elton
from-
John biopic.
Yeah, it's about Elton John. I really like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
This is an R-rated.
It's also
version
getting
of
big time reviews that are coming in that are really good.
the guy from the Kingsman's in it. Heard there's a lot of gay sex in it. Not a huge fan.
Oh,
of
then
that.
I'm a definite yes.
Yeah, so they kind of went where Bohemian Rhapsody didn't go.
You know you want them.
Michelle and
Eat
I
them
will,
churros.
Michelle and I will probably see it. I'm a yes on Rocket Man. Holly, I assume.
Churros.
I don't know.
And Raven, do you care about Elton John? Does he appeal to you?
No.
No, an 80s fan of music. No.
I'm a big yes. I'd actually go see this in the theater. I think it looks pretty good.
This is the old man.
As long
kind
as
of
he
movie,
does
I think.
Tiny Dancer.
I
It's the
think
best song
I think
ever.
it's a 40 and up kind of movie. I don't think too many young kids are going to see Rocket Man, but I will be seeing it. In June, the last of the Fox X-Men movies with Sansa from Game of Thrones playing Jean Grey. X-Men.
Sophie Turner.
Yes. X-Men, Dark Phoenix. I've seen them all in the theater. I imagine I'll see this one too. I'm a big yes. Holly?
Probably.
And Raven, what are your thoughts? Oh, she's hesitant on a comic book movie?
I don't really like X-Men, but it looks good. They ruined the series, though, in my opinion, but I'd go see it.
Okay, Raven couldn't be any more wrong because the new class stuff is really good, and it's it's weird because I don't like comic book movies, and those ones are really good.
And this is the last of that series.
and the Phoenix Saga in the cartoons back in the day was amazing and stuff like that. This is a big yes for me. I mean, that's hard to say on a comic book movie, but yeah, I love
You're
it.
a big yes for X-Men.
Yes.
Wow, I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I'm surprised Raven
Those
was
new
hesitant on
class ones are great.
it. You
dude.
didn't like any of the new class X-Men?
It was confusing because, like, the old one was, like,
Yeah, they jumped timelines.
Yeah,
They
so
rebooted. They kind of rebooted halfway through.
that's why I didn't like it.
It's good, man.
Now this next one, Louis C.K. was in the first one, and then he did some things that we can't talk about on this podcast. So he is not in the second one of this family movie. The Secret Life of Pets 2 is essentially what it is. Patton Oswalt takes over for the voice of Max.
Eric Stonestreet's still
Eric
in
Stone
it.
Street is still in it.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's in it.
Yep.
I enjoyed the first one. I know Holly's going to want to see it, so I will be going to see Secret Life of Pets. Holly?
Yes, I want to see this one a lot.
And Raven.
No, I didn't see the first one.
Oh,
No.
man.
Cancel.
Secret Life of Pets movies are funny. Yeah, they're pretty
You
good.
liked
Yeah,
it?
there's a paralyzed goo in that movie, man. Yeah, I
there's
love
a
it.
puppy
yeah.
goo in this new
Yeah,
one.
oh man,
You
yeah,
and
gotta
Heather
go
could be
see
crying.
it. Yeah,
Can't let
they
you
got the
see it.
Wienos still in it too.
Yeah,
yeah.
so 3 yeses and 1 no for Secret Life.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Raven, not a big cartoon fan?
I am, but I just haven't seen the first one.
It's a really good movie. Yeah,
It's
the
funny.
first one's really
You get a
funny.
chance.
It's gonna be weird to have Ratatouille though as the main. voice.
Yeah. Now, this next one's kind of funny because I didn't realize the timeline on this. Shaft is coming back with Samuel Jackson.
all the three, like the
yeah,
three
and
of
the
them.
original one from the 70s.
Richard Roundtree.
Samuel Jackson, and the Samuel Jackson is whoever plays his son in this one. So there's 3 Shafts in this movie. Did you realize the first Shaft with Samuel Jackson came out in the year 2000? That was 19 years ago?
You realize I didn't see it, and I probably don't care.
You didn't see
Yeah.
it? I thought it was okay. I won't go to the theater to see this. I'll probably see it on Blu-ray. I'm no in the theater, but probably Blu-ray. Holly, what are your thoughts on Shaft? You're totally
I don't even know what that is.
He's
a bad
police.
mamma jamma
Yeah,
police officer.
Yeah, and he's
So the answer
cleaning
is
up
no?
the street. No. Okay, and Raven?
No.
No Shaft for Raven and Holly, Charles.
Holly, yeah, I'm a no. I didn't see the original Sam
Never saw
Jackson
the
one.
original?
No, I don't
Oh,
want
okay, I
to.
did.
I like Sam Jackson, but come on.
Yeah. Now this next one might be beating a dead horse. Men in Black
Might be.
International. This is Thor, Chris
Yeah, I was
Hemsworth,
gonna say.
and the girl that was in Thor 3 with him. I can't think of her name right now. She played the Valkyrie.
Is this a reboot or is it a different aspect?
It's a
of-
different. They're basically in Europe.
Yeah,
So that,
same thing. In
same
Europe.
thing, just in Europe. And Liam Neeson, I believe, is their boss.
Mm.
I'll probably see it. Not looking super forward to it, but I'll probably see it. Holly, what are your thoughts?
I feel like it's like kind of cheesy funny, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what
Cottage cheesy funny is that
kind
what-
of cheesy funny. That's what the first 3 kind of
Yeah.
were. They pull out giant
So it's
guns,
like
Will Smith, and make
It's
it
like
crack.
a,
Yeah. And Raven?
I'd say yes because it's giving me a Ragnarok vibe, so I'd go see it.
Oh, she's playing out the Marvel stuff. Thor Ragnarok was really funny, and so now he's going to be in this, so they're thinking the same kind of funny.
I'm a no. All right, I'm a no on Thor. I'm a no on this.
This next one it's a low budget movie, but I'm surprised it's coming out in June. The Dead Don't Die. It's Adam Driver and Bill Murray. They're fighting zombies, but it's kind of a comedy. It's kind of like a Zombieland. They're like a small town sheriffs in a small town, and they're killing.
Adam Driver plays old boy in Star Wars,
Yes,
right?
yes, Kylo Ren.
Yeah, Kylo Ren.
Yeah, so Bill Murray, it's one of those weird, quirky, low budget Bill Murray comedies. Weird that it's coming out in the summer. I probably wouldn't run out to the theater to see it, but I'm no in the theater, but probably rent it. Holly, what are your thoughts?
No.
And Raven?
No.
No, Raven just not down with any horror movies right now.
I love Bill Murray. I don't know what this is. I'm a what, but depending on what it is, Bill Murray, I'm definitely listening.
It's like a horror comedy.
I got to check out a trailer for it. I'm a what, but with Bill Murray, I'm probably a yes. That's the problem. I'm a sucker.
Yeah. Look decent, but it seems like weird timing. Now, I put this one, they're remaking, it's a reboot.
This looked great.
Child's Play. This is about a kid
Do you know Chucky dolls?
They get a doll, a stuffed animal doll
It's
that
a
talks,
little buddy doll?
and it ends up murdering people.
Yeah, no.
This is like a new take on the doll, too.
And Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, plays the voice of Chucky.
And then What's Her Nuts from Parks and Rec is the mom of the kid that gets the doll. April. Is
Aubrey Plaza?
Yeah. Aubrey Plaza. That's her name.
I wouldn't go to the theater to see this, but I am interested. I probably will rent
The
it.
trailer looked good, man.
Mark Hamill really putting on his spooky voice. No, Killer Dolls is a little creepy, kind of funny, but I'm a no. Holly?
No.
No. Raven?
No.
Raven, you can't convince her to see a horror movie right now.
wow.
Us really did mess her up.
Jeez. Jordan Peele messed her up. I'm a yes. It looked good by the trailer. It really did. I thought the trailer was really... I didn't know I wanted to see a new Child's Play movie, but I kind of do. I think is what it comes down to.
It's funny, Charles will never go see it at the theater.
Yeah, but it looks
Everything
good.
you say yes to, you'll never actually go see. And then,
yeah, probably right.
and then talking about kicking a dead horse, we just watched Toy Story 3 this morning, so Toy Story 4 coming to theaters. I thought 3 was a good end, especially after watching it recently just this morning. I thought it was a good ending to that, and it didn't need to go any further. I have her, so I'll end up going to see it. I'm not looking super eager to Toy Story 4. Holly, what are your thoughts?
Yes. I want to go see it.
And Raven?
Yes.
I got to be full disclosure here, too. I don't think I've ever seen a Toy Story movie in completion.
Really?
Not one movie. I've never seen one of them. And I don't know. I don't think I'm any less for not seeing them. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, eh.
Wow, that is a surprise. So Toy Story 4.
So I'll be at Chucky if you
and
need
Holly
me.
heard a little bit that the storyline's kind of like just like the first movie. One of them ends up missing, and they go on an adventure to save him. If that's the same, if they're really recycling the same storyline, that's kind of bogus. But
All the voices are back, right? Isn't Tom Hanks?
And side note, Mr. Potato Head Don Rickles, he died, but he's recorded enough lines from the other 3
They
movies.
cut them together.
They cut them together, and he's still going to be part of it. So the random little movie fact that Steve knows for no apparent reason. Now, July is kind of slow. I was surprised by this when looking these up. I mean, there's some horror movies and some small independent things, but only 3 really major movies in July. And the first one, right around 4th of July, Spider-Man, Far From Home, Tom Holland, Jake Gyllenhaal plays
This is where he's in
Mysterio.
Europe, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson's in this one, too. He's going to have a busy summer. Of course, Marvel, Spider-Man, I'm going to see it. Holly?
Definitely, yes. Spider-Man's my favorite.
She has a weird crush on Tom Holland. And Raven.
Weird metrosexual 90-pound kid.
You are. Did you see the first Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Homecoming, or whatever it was?
I was like, which first Spider-Man are
Now,
you
what are your
talking
guys' thoughts on Zendaya? Is her name
Zendaya.
Zendaya, whatever. Do you guys like her? Is she
Yes.
likable?
Yeah, I
about?
like
She's from
her.
Disney Channel, of
That's the
course.
only reason why.
I don't mind her, but she shouldn't be Mary Jane. She doesn't look or seem anything like Mary Jane. Anyways, that's beside the point. Charles, your thoughts?
No Toby, no Charles. I will not be there. No, thank you.
Tobey Maguire, who's probably 50
He is
now.
my Peter Parker. Forget all of you.
He's like 70, but he's all right. Now, the next one, I can't make up my mind if this looks excellent or looks creepy. The Lion King is coming out. Jon Favreau directed, so just because of him, I always give him good credit because everything he's done pretty much has been pretty good. So I will go see The Lion King. He surprisingly made me like Jungle Book because I hated the old cartoon from the 60s.
Yeah, you were pretty hyped on that movie.
Yeah,
That was
the
really
Jungle
good.
Book, the one he redid was great. So I'm going to see The Lion King just because of that. Holly, The Lion King.
Yes, I think it looks good, and everyone loves Lion King, I feel like.
Raven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it looks really good. I did. The trailers are really neat and all that kind of stuff. And like you said, Jon Favreau being attached to it. I'm like, yes, I think he looks good.
Yeah. Now, this next one, I know Raven and Holly probably won't be too into. Quentin Tarantino, to me, has a 50-50 track record. Some of his movies I really like. Other of his movies, I'm like, eh.
So what's your favorite Quentin Tarantino movie?
Probably Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, it's got Pulp Fiction.
I didn't
Raven watched that.
Reservoir Dogs is good too.
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction. I did like Django Unchained. I didn't mind that one. I thought it was okay.
I thought that movie was really overhyped.
And I liked parts of Inglourious Bastards. Not all of it. I liked the parts with Brad Pitt in it, like his crew. I liked that, but I didn't like the part where they were talking about German cinema for 45 minutes and bored the hell out of me. But
it's that weird Tarantino.
Yeah,
vibe.
so he's 50-50. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Luke Perry as well.
Luke Perry. I think it covers a little bit of that Charles Manson timeline in the 70s in California. I'm not certain.
I think somehow like Roman Polanski stuff too. Somehow,
really?
I think.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I'm not going to rush to the theater and see this, but I will watch it when it's released on home video. So I'm not known at the theater, but yes, and Holly, I already probably know this. What are your thoughts?
No.
She's like, what? Raven, what are you?
Yes, I'm going to go see it.
You do?
Wow.
Have you seen Quentin Tarantino movies?
Mm-hmm.
And you really a big fan of Pulp Fiction, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Any other ones you like particularly?
I saw the I don't know how to pronounce it. The Django. Yeah, I saw that one, but I didn't like that one. But I want to go see it because Leo's in it. That's the only reason why.
Leo, she's on first name basis with him.
We found her.
That's her celebrity crush.
Shawn Mendes, Leonardo DiCaprio.
She has a shirt
here.
that says "Married to Leonardo
Hey,
DiCaprio."
And she said she loved Titanic right before the show started, right?
Leonardo DiCaprio's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
He's way into the environmental stuff. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
Man.
especially when he's driving in a yacht.
I like Leonardo DiCaprio. I got no issue with him. I think this looks pretty good. I don't, you know what I mean? Like you said,
are you going to rush to the theater?
No, but I'll wait and listen to see what people. If it gets any kind of hype behind it, people like, dude, it's pretty good. I might go check it out.
So those are the looks of July, and we didn't want to cover all the little minor movies and stuff like that. But out of the major movies, those are the three that anyone's going to go see in July, and then everyone's supposed to go on vacation after that. And then when they come back in August, they can see a whole list of bad movies. And here's the first one. Dora the Explorer is their live-action movie.
Super weird.
Which seems about 10 years later than it should be. Dora and the Lost City of Gold. I know Michael Pena's in this. No.
Plays Dora's dad, I believe.
Yeah, it looks terrible. I'm a no. Holly?
No. There's no talking backpack or map.
Yeah.
And Boots doesn't talk either.
Yeah,
Boots
Boots is a real monkey. What the heck?
What did they do? A real monkey?
I know.
So, Raven, you're a no also?
No.
And Charles?
I'm a no. I hope.
Now, here's a question. Would Lorna be interested in that
Yes.
I mean, Lauren will watch it, sure, when it comes to Netflix.
movie? So you're not saying no. Now, this next one, I can't make up my mind if this is supposed to be an action movie or a straight comedy, because every clip I see seems like a straight comedy to me. Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. This is The Rock and
Jason Statham.
And
Statham.
Statham. Idris Elba. And Roman Reigns is in this.
Oh.
He plays one of The Rock's relatives.
Pre or post Hodgkins?
It's during.
During Hodgkins.
It was during. It wasn't. It was. I think it was. I don't know what he had. Some disease.
Yeah.
That everyone starts to think that was fake. That they put that out there just to get people to like him.
Oh, wow.
But we'll talk about that later. Some other wrestling podcast. I really like The Rock, and I really like Jason Statham. This movie looks terrible.
When he's punching the guy falling down.
Yeah, I mean, I'll catch this on HBO in 4 years. I'm a no. Holly?
I haven't seen the first 10 million. I'm not going to see
Yeah,
this
there
one
are
either.
like 9 Fast and the Furious movies. So, and Raven?
Yeah.
Oh, are you a big Fast and the Furious fan?
No.
Or just a Rock fan?
There's like Vanessa Kirby's in this one.
Who?
Vanessa Kirby. She's on The Crown, and she was in another movie.
I know The Crown, but I don't know which one.
And she was in Mission Impossible, the last one that came out, I think, last year. Yeah.
Yeah, with Henry Cavill in it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, she pulled a deep pull there. I would not expect.
Wow.
But just because she's in it doesn't mean the movie's going to be good. I'll tell you that. It looks bad.
It
Charles?
suffers from the best Fast and Furious movie came out a long time ago. It's called Tokyo Drift. The second one.
What everyone hates.
Tokyo Drift already exists. This is a no.
Yeah. Now, Holly's only sat through 2 horror movies in her life.
Yes, this is true.
One is It. One is the new It movie that came out. And then the other one she sat through was 47 Meters Down. And she only sat through them because her friends all saw them and she felt left out.
I don't know what this is.
I don't think
It's
it's,
a
really
shark.
a horror
It's a
movie,
shark
though.
movie. The first one was two girls went scuba diving in a cage. The cage breaks, goes 47 meters down to the bottom, while everyone in the boat's trying to get it back up. There's all these hungry sharks down there. So
Okay.
and
One
you
gets
kind of
eaten.
yeah. Spoiler alert: one of the girls get eaten, the other one gets away. So this is the sequel to it. I don't know why a girl would go back scuba diving after that.
Wow. Back in the
Oh,
water.
it's the same girl.
I don't know much about it because I thought the first one was trash.
Well, hence the reason why they call it uncaged in theory.
Yeah,
then.
maybe. So I'm a no on 47 meters down. Holly, are you going to sit through your third horror movie with 47 meters down?
Probably because I bet everyone else is going to see
Oh,
it.
peer pressure Holly is going to go see it. And Raven?
No.
Raven is out on all horror movies.
Yeah, wow.
I didn't really think it wasn't like that much of a horror movie, though.
More suspense.
Because it was
Yeah.
just like one little part that was actually horror, but then it was like, it didn't actually happen
It was
anyway.
more like, is the shark going to eat her or not? This kind of thing. But Charles?
I'm a no. I don't even know what this is. I don't go to high school. I don't have peer pressure. No.
Yeah, it looks terrible. The Angry Birds 2. I can't believe they made a sequel to this. I thought the first one was okay. It was probably better than it should have been.
It's Jason Sudeikis. isn't
Yes,
that
yes,
correct?
and
Yeah.
Danny McBride and
Okay.
a couple others. If I remember correctly, the first one was a little bit better than anyone expected it to be. I didn't think it was good enough for a sequel, so I'm a no on Angry Birds 2. Holly?
Probably not.
But you did.
I went to
kinda
the theater and saw the first one.
yeah. And Raven?
No, I never saw the first one.
No, you're not missing much.
Do people still play the game and stuff? Is there still a whole thing attached to Angry Birds? I wonder.
You two are the young trendy.
No.
phone
Yeah, I thought
players.
Angry Birds kind of came and went. I'm a
Yeah.
no. I don't know.
This next one's a funny one because this is another one I can't believe they made a sequel to. Now, if you remember, Olympus Has Fallen,
There's been a handful of these.
and then
London.
London Has Fallen.
Yeah.
So this is Angel Has Fallen, Gerard Butler. Now this
Is
time,
it like Los Angeles?
no, there's no city. Gerard Butler's just getting framed for the murder of the president, and he's out to prove his innocence. One of those type of stories. I can't believe they made 3 of these. I saw the first one, thought it was okay. I'm a no.
Isn't Jamie Foxx in it or something like that?
No, that was a different one with him and Gerard Butler,
Oh.
where he was escaping out of prison at night and doing. I don't know, those things. Gerard Butler, he's desperately needs another 300 movie because most of his movies have sucked lately. I am a no on Angel Has Fallen. Holly?
No.
You shouldn't even think about it. And Raven?
No.
I'm a no. I haven't seen the other two either. I don't know if it's not 300. Like you said, I'm kind of out. I don't
Yeah.
care.
So I think pretty much for the month of August, no one said yes once yet for anything. Good Boys. Now this is like super bad, but with 6th grade boys.
Oh, I saw this.
Sixth
Saw the
grade
pre-trailer for-
boys?
Yeah. They're
a
6th
little
graders.
young.
They're trying to figure out, and they go on some crazy adventure. It's rated R too, so I don't know.
With 6th graders?
I'm pretty sure it's 6th graders, 6th or 7th graders, somewhere in there. Like one of the jokes is they have a pill bottle they stole from one of their parents, but they can't figure out the child safety thing, so they're just sitting there all day trying to bounce the pills and it looks like a raunchy comedy, but with 6th graders. Seems a little odd with 6th graders.
Yeah, wow.
So I
It's a
might be
weird
out on
title.
this one. I don't know. Holly
No.
and Raven, do you know what I'm talking about with this movie?
I saw the trailer. It's not good. No.
Yes. There's probably a reason it's coming out in late August, but and Charles?
I don't. Never heard of it. Is anyone attached to it? Is there any names in it or anything?
Oh,
There's
no.
Jacob Tremblay who was in Room, and I feel like he's too young to do this movie. It's not appropriate
It's
for
weird.
him.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's
so I'm a
weird,
no or
weird
what?
age, weird.
Yeah.
It's a
6th grade
raunchy
seems
adventure.
weird.
Yeah.
6th grader raunch-com is a little weird.
So the month of August looks like none of us are going to the theater unless we're going to see something we've already seen. So there's your summer preview. Well, of course, the big one in October that I already know about is It 2. Holly, you're going to see It 2?
All my friends want to go.
Oh,
I don't want to be that loser who doesn't go, but like,
Are you going to hide your face at the theater?
possibility.
And
Take Raven with you.
Raven, you're going to finally go see a horror movie? It 2 in October?
I saw the first one. It
Oh,
was
she's
funny.
got Bill Hader is in It 2.
I do love me some Bill Hader.
He plays one of the kids grown up. And
The
James
first
McAvoy,
it was
too.
terrible, so I'm a no.
So there you go. Now, Charles, tell us a little bit about MMA because Holly's dying to know.
Yeah, so here's your MMA moments for the week. Steve keeps bringing this up because he's wound up about this, but
I just
Lesnar's
thought it was funny.
back in WWE. Like, this is some great shock, but so there's that for the 5th week in a row. I don't know why Steve keeps putting it on
I
there,
don't
but
know.
he won't let it go. He's just convinced he's going to fight, and he's not going to. The other big thing is the UFC is going to go public. I talked last week about stock purchasing and all that kind of
I
stuff.
gotta give me some of those. Now.
I'm definitely down for some UFC stock. So Endeavor, the parent company that actually bought it from Zuffa Entertainment, the people, the Fertitas and all that kind of stuff, that bought the UFC is allegedly going to take them here shortly, going to take that public. So you can now own part of the UFC, which sounds amazing, and I definitely am down with. I know Steve is too. So.
Yes.
And then the other thing I want to talk about is on the first there's a really good fight card coming up on ESPN Plus. I always talk about these, but you've got what's Alexander Gustafsson versus Alex Smith is happening in Sweden. Gustafsson's from Sweden. These are two guys that have both lost to just John Jones.
Could you have a more Swedish name, Gustafsson?
He's pretty Swedish. He's very Stockholmy.
So was he in the movie Frozen?
Yeah. So these are two guys that just lost to John Jones. John Jones is his next level, so that's why they're both. But these are two really good fighters that just happen to fight in a division that just John Jones is in, and John Jones beats everyone. So what are you going to do? But anyway, on ESPN Plus, it looked like the undercard was a little weak because, I mean, who wants to go to Sweden and fight? But that's a really good main event that's coming up. So
It's at 1 p.m. on June 1st.
yeah, 1 p.m.
Do you know what you're getting for your birthday, Holly? Some ESPN Plus.
I'll pass. I'll take the AirPods.
Oh, man. You don't want to see some Swedish guys punch each other in the face?
Yeah, so.
Oh, man.
But anyway,
you're no
that's
fun.
That's the big thing, is like I said, UFC will be a public company, and then that next Saturday some good events. So check it out.
There you go. Hope we didn't bore you girls too much for that one.
Yeah, the UFC didn't have any fights this past weekend. They actually went quiet for a week, which has
They
been
took Memorial
interesting.
Weekend off.
Yeah.
All right, girls. It's time to flex your knowledge.
Flex.
Flex that knowledge.
I have a question.
What?
As of when were these?
This is of May 19th.
Oh, because you need to know
2019.
like the exact date because it's going to fluctuate.
This
Like,
was
kiss
about-
my ass.
If it was like in January or something,
No,
that's fine.
all these numbers that I'm about to have.
Do you have the current MPDs? Because I need to know.
What we're gonna do? This is called the YouTube challenge. Subscribers.
I'm gonna put my AirPods in.
Charles, you're gonna get the guess too.
Yeah, okay,
I'm
good.
gonna give you the YouTuber, and I'm gonna compare him against someone else. You tell me which one. Very simple. Has more subscribers.
Got it.
Since you
More
are,
subscribers, not views.
not
or
views
anything.
or subscribers.
These are
There is a
people
bonus
that-
question with views later on, but
So
not right
a
now.
subscriber is people that want to see when Fat Guys on the Little Podcast put out new content.
Yeah,
and
please subscribe on
please
YouTube.
click
Anyway.
subscribe.
Desperate.
We got about 8
Yeah.
people.
8 people, so they want to know when we post new things. It alerts them
Yes,
to new
yes.
things
Subscribe.
being out.
A lot of YouTube money is
She's still working on that churro.
churros and pizza.
They're
That's what
all
she ate
gone.
today.
It's super good.
A lot of the money that the YouTube pays them is based on how many subscribers and sometimes views. Of
It's
what
based
they do.
off views most of the time.
Yeah.
It's based on views and how much commercial.
Well, you don't get views unless you have subscribers. Shut up.
I'm just saying.
So here we
Always gotta
go.
correct you.
I know. She's the greatest.
I know.
Now, the first one,
So we're just going purely on there. So you
Yes.
looked at their accounts and saw how many
yes, and
subscribers
I've
they
looked
have.
up Google and top lists and stuff
Are we
like
answering
that.
one at a time?
Yes. Now, the first one, PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie. He's been on Conan. He's been on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a ton of subscribers.
Yes.
Now, the question is, does PewDiePie... But God, I keep saying his name wrong. It's the stupidest name ever anyways. Now, does he have more subscribers than the WWE plus the UFC plus the NFL plus the NBA?
On YouTube?
So, yes. Now,
Okay.
it's those four added together, or PewDiePie. PewDiePie. There we go. Who has the more subscribers? Those four major sports
Do you want me to answer?
or PewDiePie? Holly, you guess first.
I'm going to go with PewDiePie.
Raven, what is your guess?
All 4 of them together.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the PewDiePie guy, and here's why. With the audience that you're describing in those 4, I'm going to say know about social media but aren't as voracious as someone like a PewDiePie subscriber. So I have a theory being it's going to be the PewDiePie guy because he purely is YouTube crap and all that. So I'm going with PewDiePie.
Now, as a bonus question, what country is PewDiePie from?
Sweden.
He's from Sweden.
Oh, he's going to watch Alexander Gustafsson.
Yeah, he's going to be in the ESPN
1
Plus.
p.m.
So,
What is... okay, let me ask the question because I'm
Yeah.
out of touch.
PewDiePie's gaming.
He just plays
he doesn't-
games?
yeah, and not
though?
even
For
He
popular
does
ones.
games and reviews.
Now he does more. He used to only strictly do
and like weird
Gaming.
PC game, not like not like Mortal Kombat 11. He might do that Mortal Kombat, but he does like these weird odd games and then does these weird voices. It's the dumbest thing.
But
No.
wasn't he racist? I mean, didn't
Yeah.
he?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the
He's
thing
had
was,
a lot of controversy.
when I first watched him, there was a playlist he did of all of his funny moments, and the first one, it was him saying the N-word, and I showed my brother. He was like, "Why do you think this is funny?" And I didn't know at the time because I was I was younger and I didn't realize it was bad.
problem.
And I got older, and then I think
You realize he's
2
a
years
piece. You're
ago,
like, what the hell? Yeah.
2 years ago, this was like on. They, I think it was Keemstar had said something about it. Like, this dude, he did it again, like, more than once on a live stream.
Yeah.
And they caught him. He's like, "Oh, why did I do that?"
So
then I realized
does
it.
he live stream on YouTube or Twitch or both, or what does he do?
He live streams on just YouTube. I don't think he does Twitch.
Okay. I thought it was a Twitch thing. I'm sorry.
So the correct answer is Pewdiepie.
Yeah.
It's all of them.
Because I'm just saying
With
the audience is
95
attached.
million subscribers.
It's crazy, man.
Now, out of the 4,
What's his net worth?
I don't know. That I didn't look up.
He's rich.
Out of
gives-
those
yeah.
4 sports leagues, who has the most followers?
Wait, what was it?
It was WWE, UFC, NFL, or NBA.
NFL.
I have a theory on this
It's
one
either
too.
going to be wrestling or NFL. That's my guess.
It's the NBA. The NBA is all about social media and
I
modern
thought
and all this
NBA,
kind of stuff.
is
It's
that
NBA.
basketball or is that baseball?
Basketball's got the most.
It's the National Booger Association. What are you
Wait.
thinking? Or well, what's
Then
your
what's
pick?
baseball?
MLB, Major League Baseball.
Oh.
I'll tell you right now, baseball's terrible. They barely have any followers.
They got anyone watching anything.
Yeah.
I'll just go with. Well, I don't even remember. We'll just go with
PewDiePie's
wrestling.
worth $20 million.
We'll just go with wrestling.
And all he's done is sit and play video games and just do crap. The winner out of those 4 is wrestling by a landslide.
I was right.
Really?
WWE 43 million subscribers.
That's way more than I thought. I
Yes.
thought they'd have like 20 at most.
NFL only has 4.7 million.
What's NBA got?
11 million.
Okay.
And UFC comes in at 6.3. So NFL,
I was close to my-
NFL's guys our age.
Yeah.
You know, we're not.
That's
gonna
what I was saying. It's a little aged
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So the next one now, this is interesting.
Ooh.
Who has more followers, Justin Bieber versus 5-Minute Crafts? 5-Minute Crafts, as you think, it's just videos of people making craft things in 5 minutes.
I'm going to go with 5-minute
Yeah,
crafts.
that one.
And Charles,
I think Justin Bieber.
the correct answer is 5-Minute Crafts with
Yeah.
55
Those are so
million
popular on
subscribers.
Instagram, that's like
But
all
Justin
you see.
Bieber,
He had like 100 billion downloads or whatever.
yeah,
Like,
well,
or views.
well,
You're
we'll
going
get to
by
that later.
yeah.
Justin Bieber has 44 million followers or subscribers. 5-Minute Crafts has 1, so you're right on that one, Holly. Now here's the next one. Ed Sheeran, are you guys familiar with his work?
Yes.
The weird, creepy little redheaded guy. Versus Dude Perfect.
I'm
Now,
gonna
you
go-
guys aware who those are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They
trick
do
shot
the
guys.
perfect trick
Yeah.
shots. Who has more
I'm going to go
subscribers?
with Dude Perfect.
Ed Sheeran.
And Charles?
I think Dude Perfect.
It is Dude Perfect.
Yeah.
with-
What?
Well, because Ed Sheeran actually has talent. Dude Perfect is only made based on like likes and subscribes
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff.
42 million subscribers for Dude Perfect. Ed Sheeran with 39 million. So
Yeah.
they're close.
Yeah.
Now this one I put in here because
Who's Joe Rogan?
Aha.
Get
See?
out.
That's your
I
problem.
don't know who that is.
Joe Rogan is
He does the most
UFC.
successful podcast.
He,
on like all
he hosted Fear Factor back in the day. The show
he was
you were
on
watching.
news radio.
News
Yeah.
radio. He
Stand-up
does a
comic.
podcast, Joe Rogan.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
And we all know who James Charles is, correct?
Yes.
Maybe Charles don't. Do you know who
He
I-
lost his
yeah, I learned
subscribers.
Sister,
though.
sister,
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah, that
I
makes it
learned.
harder.
He lost his subscribers.
That makes it
though.
harder
That's what
for
makes it
this.
harder.
Yeah, so who
Why
was,
did he lose subscribers?
He had controversy.
Yeah.
What is his controversy?
It's complicated.
Because he supported his one friend, or he didn't support his one
Give me
friend.
the abridged version and not the Holly
Okay,
version.
I got it. So his one friend had this
This is already too many words.
company that he didn't support, and the lady who he didn't support got mad, and then tried to say all this bad stuff about
Okay,
him.
great. Next.
Wait, well, who? Joe Rogan, James Charles. Who has more subscribers? Holly
We're gonna go with Joe Rogan just because of James Charles lost his subscribers.
and Raven.
James Charles.
And
I know Joe Rogan gets like several million people per clip and everything like that. I'm going to go with Joe Rogan.
The answer is James Charles.
Yeah.
How much
By
does Joe Rogan
a
have?
landslide.
Really?
Joe Rogan has 5.4 million.
Yeah,
Not
James Charles
bad.
had 16 million.
No, James Charles has 36 million.
Jeez, he almost beat Ed Sheeran.
No,
36 million subscribers.
I might have wrote that
He
wrong.
does not
but-
have 36 million.
He has
Well, either way, even if, he has,
Cancelled because he does not have 36 million.
even if he has 16 million, he's still
Yeah,
He
it
does
doesn't
have more,
matter.
though.
So you're arguing over semantics. He still
I'm
beats
just
Joe
saying.
Rogan.
he beats Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got one wrong on your
I know.
YouTube
But
channel.
I've been right on the
Now this one I had to put in there because I love screwing with
I don't know
Holly.
what this one is.
Ariana Grande,
know
are we
who
familiar
that
with her?
is.
Yeah.
Versus Mythical Morning.
What is that?
Now these guys are very popular.
This
They're,
is
they're
popular.
35-year-old guys. One's got a
Proceed.
beard. One's got glasses. They do. Hey, no teamwork. They do screwy things every morning. Like one time they got in a bed of ranch. They do weird things.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Which is
though.
huge on YouTube.
It
Doing
is
dumb stuff
it is.
like that.
So who has more subscribers? Ariana Grande, Mythical Mornings. Holly
Balls. We're gonna go with Ariana Grande.
and Raven.
Good Mythical Morning.
I'm gonna go with Mythical Morning because
I really
Ariana
don't
Grande
know.
actually puts out CDs and has talent. So
Yeah. Well, in this case, Ariana Grande wins
She has like 35 million.
35 million. Mythical Morning 15 million.
oh,
But still, two dudes that just jump in a vat of ranch
like
have 15
just for
million
dumb
followers.
stuff, huh?
Yes, they do other dumb things too. Now here we go.
Because Logan Paul's a real POS too.
Yeah,
to her
Logan
point.
Paul. He's made his living on YouTube. Versus Taylor Swift. Which one has more subscribers? Holly? Hey, you can't look it up on your watch if you're cheating.
No, my
over there.
mom called me.
Oh, do you need to take a call?
I'll just text her.
I don't. I'm gonna go with Taylor Swift.
Oh, you really had to think about that.
That one's
And
hard. They're
Raven?
both so.
Taylor Swift.
And Charles.
Logan Paul's a piece. I'll take Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is the winner. 33 million. Logan Paul 19 million.
He's
Still-
taking pictures of dead
He
bodies.
used to
He's
have-
a real
He's still a
jackass.
douche.
He used to have over like 20 million, but then he lost them.
Now this is the battle of the talk shows. I put all the talk
Oh.
shows on here.
It's each one separate.
Yeah, so whichever one out of
Basically,
these,
who has the most on all of this?
the Ellen Show, Conan O'Brien, Jimmy Fallon, James Corden, or Jimmy Kimmel. You pick which one has the most followers or subscribers. Holly?
I'm just gonna go with Ellen because I have no clue.
Ooh, you're good. You're cheating on your boy James Corden.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I'm gonna say
so it's so hard.
it's
No,
between
it's not.
it's between
You're gonna pick the
James Corden and Jimmy.
You know who I'm gonna pick,
I know
baby.
you.
It's between James Corden and Jimmy Kimmel because they
Jimmy
actually,
Kimmel.
I was gonna either pick one of the Jimmys or Ellen, but we just went with Ellen.
What you got, Raven?
I'm gonna
TikTok.
say Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel and Charles.
Team Coco, baby! I love him. Conan is the best.
The winner by pretty much a landslide is the Ellen Show.
Hey,
32 million. Jimmy Fallon is number 2 at 21 million.
Team Coco?
James Corden at
Where's
19
Team
million.
Coco, man?
Jimmy Kimmel at 14 million. Team Coco at 6.9 million.
Team Coco's the best, baby. I'm one of those 6.9.
So there you go. But Holly only got one wrong so far. Now here's the bonus question. As of May 21st, actually, is when I did this. What is the most viewed, not subscribers, viewed song on
obviously you can't
YouTube?
subscribe to Baby Shark.
Baby Shark by Pinkfong.
Like what?
Pinkfong is what it's called. Despacito by Louis Fonsi. Shape of You with Ed Sheeran. See You Again, Wiz Khalifa. And Uptown Funk, Mark Ronson.
I thought that was the Bruno guy.
him too.
Oh.
I just didn't type them both out. So
I'm gonna go
what?
with Baby Shark.
Holly likes Baby Shark and Raven.
Dude, this one was between two. I was really struggling.
Most views now, not most subscribers for that. The
It's
top
Louis
song.
Vaughn.
The Baby Shark.
No, that's Despacito.
Oh, Despacito.
I was
Okay.
between Despacito or Baby Shark. We're
And
going
Charles,
Baby
who
Shark.
do you like?
I have no idea. Give me Wiz Khalifa.
Now you are familiar with some of these songs, right? Though?
Yeah.
The winner is Despacito, Louis Fonsi.
Balls.
6.2 billion
With a B,
views.
with a B.
With a
Yeah.
B. Now here's the funny thing. That's the version without Justin Bieber.
Oh, wow. That's the
So
OG
there's a
version.
lot of Latin views on that
Yeah.
Despacito. Baby Shark comes in at 2.7 billion, but that was the last. Ed Sheeran was next.
I just guessed.
They're actually in order how they're typed. Shape of You, Ed Sheeran, 4.2
Ah,
billion.
so Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa is 4.1.
The way he says it.
Uptown
Khalifa.
Funk, 3.5, and Baby Shark. Holly gets 2 wrong in her YouTube
I got
knowledge.
the extra one right, so it's fine. Not
didn't
the
get the
bonus.
extra one right.
The one
You
up,
got Baby
up
Shark.
top, but you said which sport one.
Oh, okay.
I just want to know why Team Coco got hosed.
Yeah, Team Coco.
Because he's the worst one.
He's hilarious and you're all wrong.
So let's end up with some news here. Is anyone here besides me seen John Wick 3?
I have.
What did you think of John Wick?
It was actually good.
Yeah. Now, do you know, and probably not surprised if you saw 3, John Wick 4 is coming in 2021.
That's too soon.
It's 2 years. Is anyone excited for John Wick 4 besides me?
Yeah, I'm totally am.
And Holly, you could care less, right?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not. No, I don't think anyone's shocked by this. No, by this news.
Yeah, it made a ton of money.
Yeah.
And then just a couple weeks ago, I talked about how I went back and watched Dark Crystal. Holly, you saw me watching it. That was that thing with the puppets and all that, and you watched it and were like, what is this? And you walked out. You remember with the weird, creepy puppet-looking things?
No.
Okay, great.
I really don't.
They're getting a TV series on Netflix as of August 30th.
Is the Henson Workshop and stuff attached to it and everything?
I think so. I'm not for sure. But they've released some images, and it looks a lot like the movie. They look like they went puppets. So, Raven, do you know what Dark Crystal is? Have you seen it?
Yeah, it was creepy.
She's not down with creepy stuff. So this August, Netflix, they're getting some new content. I get to report on every once in a while when they get new stuff. Not everything that gets taken away. And Charles, what did you read about Xbox One?
Yeah, so apparently every one of the Xbox One games are going to be available on this Project X Cloud. Project X Cloud is their streaming service that's going to go up against the Stadia. So what they're saying is natively supporting, so the entirety of all of Xbox One games will be available on this Project X Cloud service when it gets available. So I think that's a huge deal. So what they're saying is as well, there's no developer need to adjust or do anything within that. They're natively supporting them into the service.
So if I already own Halo 4...
Well, there's no talk of how you're going to be able to, you know what I mean? But Halo 4 will be available to play in Project X Cloud without any adjustment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The entirety of the catalog. I thought that was a pretty big deal. I was like, okay, shots fired at Stadia, who's like got to work out different deals and all this kind of stuff to get this stuff going. The Xbox is like, hey, we're going to have our entire catalog, and like everyone stresses this backward compatibility thing. I thought that was a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Holly, do you understand any of what he just said?
No, I don't know what Stadia is.
So it's a streaming service, so you won't have to have your hardware in your home anymore. You'll be able to, on an iPad, connect a controller to it and stream the actual game to it.
Yeah, so you can play Sonic Team Racing on your iPad.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to play that.
Well,
It
will be
a pretty
available.
big deal that the whole
It's
catalog.
like it's the Netflix of video games.
Yeah,
That's
basically, and they're all racing to get to that point. And Xbox is saying, "Hey, we'll have all of our Xbox One titles available," which is
And that's an
crazy.
early news fact because you figured they're having a big press conference at E3, so you didn't think they'd release that too.
pretty big deal.
So I'm going to end with a little bit of a rant here. Raven, you're a fan of 80s movies, right? And the original Star Wars?
Yeah.
Now, what was cool about Darth Vader, right? He was a villain. He was big. He was menacing. Predator came out big. Predator.
What?
Predator. The original Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger was huge. Ripped.
Did you see the new trailer for that?
That's
came
where
out?
I'm going with this.
Oh.
The new villain in the Terminator is just a tall, skinny Mexican guy.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not very imposing. What happened to the imposing, huge villains of
Not
the 80s?
whatever. Not
Ivan
whatever.
Drago is another
Not
one.
whatever. Hold on.
Yeah.
You guys are both big Marvel fans sitting in this room. Thanos was pretty big.
Yes, well, that's true.
I
But he was
dispelled
CG.
your theory in 2 seconds.
Marvel's the only one, though. I'm trying to think of someone else that would have a big... Man, he was a CG. I'm talking like a regular... Like Darth Vader was a person.
Well, that
Predator was a
new the
person.
Drago with the Creed 2 that came out, the kid that fought
He was smaller than Drago, but he was bigger than
he was
Creed.
bigger than Creed is all I'm trying to say.
Maybe I was just hooked on that Terminator.
Yeah, okay. So your rant's changing to why is the new Terminator such a scrawny dude?
Yeah, well, he's the guy that played Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's, I guess he's 6 foot tall or whatever, but he looks like he's about...
He's slight, is what you're saying. Yeah,
It's like,
there's no
where's the
bulk to
big,
him.
massive
If you
monster
were like
Like
in the
Kylo
future
Ren?
and you wanted to make like Super Soldier,
Like Kylo Ren.
Yeah, Kylo Ren's
Kylo
a little
Ren's a
bitch.
weenie.
Yeah. Well, how's Dave Bautista not the new Terminator? That's my question. That's what it all boils down to.
I think they're just going for quantum shifts now. I think they're trying to like because everything gets so predictable. Does that make sense? So then now they're trying to get like the slight guy and all that. I don't know.
Well, and then every Rock movie, the villain he's fighting is half his size. So it's like, come on.
There's not too many dudes the size of The Rock or Dave Bautista. Yeah,
The Rock and Dave Bautista should fight each other in every movie.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Terminator trailer?
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good.
Raven, did you see it?
No, my dad told me to watch it and I forgot.
Oh,
A lot of girl power going there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it looks all right.
Sarah Connor definitely looks like she's got some Me Too going on and all that kind of stuff.
We'll see what happens there. Holly, you have any idea what we're talking about?
No.
Have you seen any Terminator movie?
Yes. I saw the one. I don't remember which
The
one.
one.
I don't remember which one, but I saw one.
Just see the first one.
Where they like
The
melt
first
the
two
guy
are
like melted,
amazing.
but then he like came back. Like I don't know, he was like silvered and he like melted.
Yeah,
and then
you
came
saw the
back.
second one.
Yeah.
That's one. Wow. All right, well, I'd like to thank the high school troublemakers themselves, Raven and Holly, for being on the podcast.
Yeah.
She's not the whiz of YouTube. She got one wrong. Two wrong.
Two.
Big
I think
shark.
YouTube got one wrong with not Team Coco.
I want to recount his numbers.
Yeah.
He was terrible. What?
He was terrible.
Well, as far as subscribers goes, I mean, TBS is not knocking it down for him. I'm just surprised how many subscribers WWE has. You know, they've really been trying to
I
get
was
that.
That's why I
surprised
thought
by
the
that,
NBA. The NBA is all about social media.
Out of the
and
big
like that.
sports, they were the biggest.
Yeah.
But still nowhere close to WWE. And Pewdiepie is terrible. So you can catch us on Apple iTunes, Google Play, and all the places you can find podcasts. And then next week, you have any special guests? Not that I'm aware
Not
of.
that I'm aware of. Yeah, we
We'll
might just
see.
come out here and BS.
Yeah, we'll probably have a review of Godzilla coming next week. Cause
Okay.
Hollywood.
I'll put my AirPods in.
Godzilla's fantastic. So until next time, this is Steve and
Charles.
and we'll catch you later.